Alright, we'll finish today with three quick topics that parallel what we did in class with degrees, or we're going to be thinking in radian measure. So the first thing is I'm going to find coterminal angles, this time in radian measure. So say this angle here is pi over 6 radians. If I don't write the word radians, it's understood. So pi over 6 is my radian measure that I want an angle that is coterminal to that. Coterminal means it has the same starting point and the same ending point. Well, I can start here and go the other way, and then I find a coterminal angle. But how do I get its measure in radians? Well, once around the circle, one circle is 2 pi radians. I mentioned that when I established my measurements on the circle a minute ago. Now, so that's once around, like 360 degrees, it's 2 pi radians. So if from here to here is pi over 6, and from this distance is pi over 6, this whole circle is 2 pi. Notice if I go in this direction, so I don't go quite 2 pi, I'm short pi over 6. So I'm going to have to subtract pi over 6 from 2 pi to get the radian measure. And we did this in in degrees when we did 360 minus 30, and we did it similarly. So no difference, just a different form here. So getting our fractions out, we're working in 6. So 2 is 12/6 pi minus 1/6 pi is 11/6 pi. We say that this is coterminal to pi over 6. Then if we were looking for another one, here's the one we had pi over 6. We could continue in that direction and just go all the way around and stop here. So it has the same beginning and the same end as pi over 6. The only difference is we went one complete circle further. So that's going to be 2 pi plus pi over 6. So we're going to have 12/6 pi plus 1/6 pi is 13/6 pi. So a way we can put all of these together, both in the positive and negative direction, is similar to what we saw in degrees. We can do pi over 6, so that's the problem we started with, plus 2 pi times the integer n. It's understood when we use n that we're talking about an integer. And the integers are like -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, etc. on both ends. So we can catch every single one of these in this very broad statement. This will get all the positive coterminal angles and the negative ones. Alright, the last two topics are complementary and supplementary angles in radian measure. Complementary angles add to 90 degrees. So let's just do pi over 6. So pi over 6 is the radian measure we're going to find the complement to. So we know complement angles add to 90, but in radian measure, that's pi over 2. So what do I add to pi over 6 to get to pi over 2? So I'm really looking for this angle right here. So I take pi over 2 and subtract pi over 6 to find out. Fractions, fractions, fractions. 1/2 pi minus 1/6 pi. And that would be 3/6 pi minus 1/6 pi equals 2/6 pi, or pi over 3 is reduced form, pi over 3. 1/3 pi, can be written as pi over 3, and it's understood to be radians. So we say pi over 2, we say pi over 6 and pi over 3. This one and this one are complementary angles. they add to give you pi over 2. Supplementary angles are similar in that they sum to 180, which is pi radians. So let's do pi over 6. What is the supplement to pi over 6? So this time we want this angle that take us all the way over to pi. So it's going to be pi minus pi over 6 to find out what that number is. 6 pi minus 1/6 pi is 5 pi over 6. And that is the angle we say is supplementary to pi over 6. Alright, these are the skills that you will need for tomorrow's classwork. Please bring the comp book or notebook paper you took notes from and have all these examples and definitions, terms in them, and also be ready to work on example questions. Also, if you didn't finish today's classwork, that's going to be unusual, but we probably had a short period. I'm not sure how much time you actually got to work on it. Please finish those problems that were in degrees measures. So, all right, welcome to the flipped classroom, and I will see you there tomorrow. Bye.